Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and we are live. Here we go again. You know what? It is nice to be home back on the West Coast in lovely Arizona. Man, I spent a couple days over there in Orlando, Florida for my ninth ICAST. Man, I'm telling you, I believe it was 8 or 9 for sure, somewhere in there. Lose track. But I tell you what, man, they had it's hot in Arizona. And in Florida, it's no secret to me that it's hot in Florida, but man, they had some record temperatures with record humidity. It was like 98 degrees one day with like 90% humidity. I about melted like twice. It was bad. But you know what? My hair did melt off, but I'm back in AZ, got the AC cranking, loving it. And we've got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. We got some ICAST highlights to tell you guys about, some things that we saw at ICAST. I've got a whole bunch of new products to show you. And there's one in particular that kind of caught me off guard. And I didn't quite really realize it. I've had this product in front of me waiting to show you guys. And it wasn't until almost last minute that I saw it. And I was just like, get out of town. And I'm going to share that with you guys here in a bit. But who do we got in here? We got Robert Green in the house. Melissa Justice, how's it going? Cam, what's going on? Frank, new rods, new telescopic. Yeah, something like that. And then we're going to get into that, Frank. We absolutely are. Jesse, how you doing, buddy? Gary, what's happening? So, David Sterling in the house. Joe Rollins, what is going on? You did make it in time. Of course, we got Facebook user in the house. ICAST was fire. That it was. Oh, Robert Green, glad to have you, brother, man. Glad to have you. Tracy Hatchett, what's happening? And then hello. And I think it's Kygel. I'm going to butcher that, and I apologize. Ken, what's going on? All right. Let's get into it, guys. I'm going to tell you right here, right now, at ICAST, there was quite a few showstoppers, and there's no secret, and we've been putting the hype game up on this guy right here. See if I can get it to focus on it. The Kestrel Elite from KastKing right here. This, guys, the lightest bait caster in the world, 4.4 ounces, right? 4.4 ounces. It's stunning. It's exquisite. I can't tell you how many times I put that reel in people's hands at ICAST and they went, oh, wow. I actually this is my personal reel that I took with me, took all the line off of it, and I had 13X, but not the chartreuse green. And lo and behold, I loaned this reel out at ICAST because people wanted to borrow it. Big YouTube channels wanted to get their hands on it. Go cast it, go see what it's all about. So you had a bunch of your ultralight and your BFS guys checking this thing out. There should be some videos popping up. There's already a ton of videos starting to make their way around YouTube. So guys, check those out. Some big hype, cool stuff. Everybody's excited for this reel. We'll get into that in a minute. But this thing ended up with a line on it again because people wanted to put it to the test, and it did. I let them use it. But another reel that I believe kind of not took a back seat, but people kind of don't realize is there as well, is the sister spinning reel to the BFS Baitcaster, guys. This thing is exquisite, man. I'm telling you, it is exquisite. This is a full carbon construction frame as well as a centrifugal rotor right here. This thing is beautiful. CNC machine spool. Now, there is a patented design on this dual lip system for the way that line is going to come off. Now, I've got 13X on this guy right here. You better believe I'm putting 13X on this sucker right here. So a lot of great things that you guys are going to love about this reel. One thing to notice, there is no switch to change the ability to have an anti-reverse or non-anti-reverse. It's just a direct drive, aluminum handle, 4.6 ounces. This is one of the, if not the lightest spinning reel on the market. It's right there with it. Now, the Kestrel Elite Baitcaster by far is the lightest, 4.4 ounces, magnesium alloy frame, carbon fiber side plates, 13 pounds of carbon fiber drag, super smooth, that's a lot of drag. There really is a lot of drag for a BFS reel. A lot of your big reels and other brands, like full-bodied reels that are not BFS reels, are rocking 13 to 14 pounds, 12, 11 pounds of drag, and those are normal reels. So to get a BFS reel that can get into that 13-pound drag system, super powerful, super smooth, it is awesome. It also has a braking system that kind of self-adjusts or auto-adjusts. It helps adjust itself in a centrifugal braking system. It's an arc braking system, okay, as well as a micro adjustment on the exterior. Then you have the low friction tapered line guide right there. Instead of just a straight shoot, you actually get that funneled system. And then, of course, I'm not sure what that was. Sorry, I chased the squirrel right there. But yeah, this thing is super sweet. Now, one thing about that drag. Now, I mentioned it's 13 pounds of drag, but this has an audible drag to it. Okay. So think of a spinning reel. When you're using 2, 4, 6 pound test line, you're finessing, and you happen to catch a 4 or 5 pound fish that's got some shoulders on it, right? It's a monster, or maybe it's a little fish, but you're around some structure and you don't want to compromise that line. A lot of times your line's going to break if it's frayed or at the knot. And when you're using really light line, there's a lot of variables that can go wrong. So you want to make sure your drag is doing its job. Well, you have plenty of drag to go to work, and then you can also dial this thing to be very light. I like a light drag when I'm finessing, and the fact that when this thing's peeling drag, you can hear it clicking. Zzz, 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 almost like a spinning reel. That's killer. That right there made me fall in love with this reel right here. Super smooth, super lightweight. I can tell you right now, no, we do not have. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm not allowed to chase the squirrel. I apologize. My apologies. This guy right here, we don't have a BFS rod just yet that's going to work beautifully for this. There are other BFS rods on the market that you guys can jump on and really start putting this thing to work. I'm using it on a very light action Para G2, but I'm getting ready to place an order. I did find a bait casting rod in the walleye wide eye rods that I absolutely fell in love with, and I think it is going to be an excellent choice for now until we actually get an introduction to a BFS rod. So there is a KastKing light action walleye wide eye IM9 Fuji components, AAA manganese cork, Fuji reel. I mean, the thing is loaded, guys. The walleye rods are, to me, are the most looked over rods that we have in our arsenal, and they are top notch. So you can bet that this guy right here is going to come off my Para G2. Nothing against the Para G2s, but this is a beautiful elite just work of art. And the Para G2 is a great rod. It really is. But I'd like to put it on something a little bit more fitting. And for now, it's going to match beautifully on that walleye wide eye rod. And the action is going to be phenomenal. Super lightweight, super sensitive. I mean, a true IM9 nano resins, Fuji components. I mean, I could go on, guys. I could go on. All right, so that's the Kestrel Elite. That is the lightest reel at ICAST. It was the lightest reel, huge buzz about it. Carbon fiber handle, guys. Check it out. Jump all over YouTube. Just type in Kestrel Elite on YouTube and just start watching the videos. You will love it. So now, what is the next thing we have? What do we got going on here? Let's see here. Oh, geez. Okay. I see a joke. I'm not even going to get into that one. Are you going to see more Ned rigging, Nico rigging in MLF due to the bait casters? That's a good question. You know, Ned rigging and Nico rigging isn't used enough. I do know that drop shot is widely used, and Ned rigging is starting to pop up more, but we're seeing drop shots used a ton. Another reel also, yes, right here. Jumping back into some ICAST hits. This one right here. Bearded Joey, thank you. Hookem says, I want the Deadbolt, as you should. That was a reel that at ICAST people made their way, not just to see the Kestrels, but they wanted to see that Deadbolt. They had to see the Deadbolt. They needed to know what this Deadbolt was about. No drag. They couldn't wrap their heads around no drag. Now, I'm over here bragging about how great the drag is on this and how smooth and the cool features of it. Now we're going to the opposite end of the spectrum in a baitcaster. All aluminum chassis, carbon fiber side plates, 7:4 to 1 gear ratio. Oh, by the way, the gear ratio on this guy's 8:4 to 1. Now, 7:4 to 1 gear ratio on that Deadbolt with no drag. So you have it's a winch, dude. It's a monster. We've talked about this. Everybody loves it, but the industry is starting to trip out. They're like, are you kidding me? What is this about? Now, there was a cool part where I'm not going to say his full name, but this gentleman by the name of Ish, if you guys know, you know. But this dude named Ish come over, and he was hanging out with another guy that we call Cajun Baby, and both are some MLF dudes. And they were checking it out, and they were like, dude, this is super cool. This is super cool. And Ish was like, hey, you know, and I know why a reel with no drag, lockdown, zero drag, not even an option to have it or not have it, is important. But does the public know? And where that comes into is sometimes, you know, you've got to have just that absolute winching power, just a straight beast of a selection to get in there and just just flat go to work and just yank some, no slip, no give, just ill will and bad intentions. Like I always say, if Scorpion from Mortal Kombat had a bait caster, it would be the Deadbolt. Just set the hook and yell, get over here. Just yank that thing back to the boat with no slip, no give, and just an upgraded gear case that's going to flat go to work. And that aluminum frame is going to get it done with that larger handle. That is the Deadbolt. Ill will, bad intentions to just get fishing done, people. And people were going nuts. What do we got in here? What's up, Oscar? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Is the Virus Assassin comparable to my regular Assassin? Yes and no. Yes and no it is. Okay, so that's a good question. We'll jump off topic, and I'm going to attack this. Why? Because I like the Virus Assassin, and I love my regular Assassin. As a matter of fact, I've showed it before. I'll show it again. I don't have my Virus Assassin near me, but this is my retired Assassin combo. I will never, I can't say that, but this will get very little use ever again because I adore this. It's one of our first setups where I truly, absolutely was like, man, this is just fantastic. Improvements overall on the chassis. It's a lighter platform. That Assassin was very light when it first came out. It's just got better designs, better upgrades. To me, I think it's got a smoother balance to it. It's just got a lot of great features. I like the braking system to it. It works and it works well. So definitely check out your Virus Assassin. It's got upgrades like a low friction tapered lines chute, smaller profile. It's nowhere near as big. It's a lot smaller of a class and fits similar to, let me just show you. Now this isn't fair because I'm not putting the Virus Assassin next to the normal Assassin, but you can see the profile difference of the two. Okay. So that Virus Assassin is going to be more compact and palm friendly and a better gear ratio than the normal Assassin. So check that out. All right, now moving on. Let me go ahead and drop this out of here. So guys, one other selection that I saw at ICAST that I was, there's two. I'm getting off topic, guys. And then we're going to move on. The Gila pliers that are coming, you may see them as the Gila pliers, however you want to say that. They are new stainless steel and aluminum construction pliers. There's two different sets. There's this really cool little palm with a trigger finger plier that if you go back and look at some of our highlights, that thing is going to be money for dexterity. And then the next cool feature that you guys are going to really like on the full figured pliers is the D-ring nose with the slot. So if you're actually having to pull a hook out of a fish's mouth, and you've got the split ring tooth on it, there's actually a notch behind it that will actually help you get a hold of that hook better and pull that hook out of the fish's mouth or its gills or whatever easier with less damage. It's awesome. Hello from Portugal, David. Thank you for joining us. Now, the other cool feature on those full body pliers is going to be the there's a rubberized section in the jaw area. And that is for you to be able to cinch knots with. You can actually pinch down with the pliers and use the leverage to hold onto your tag end and cinch the knot down. How many of us have got those dreaded razor blade style cuts right here in the creases of our fingers that feel like they go straight to the bone? That setup is going to help with that, and it is killer. Okay, so to wrap up my ICAST favorites from the KastKing booth, and that is the new LCD the large backlit LED LCD scale, fishing scale. It's a non-puncture scale that is coming from KastKing. The thing is phenomenal for guys like myself that are going blind. And for those of you that aren't blind, it just makes the ability to see your numbers better. You can get it dialed into more of an ounce setup, pounds, kilograms, dial in your ounces. It is phenomenal and save up to 9 weights. So if you're culling, keeping track of how much weight you've caught today, up to 9 different weights can be stored into that thing throughout that trip. And you can refer back to that. That sucker is super available and it's going to be awesome. Okay. Now, when will it be available? Soon. Unfortunately, with what's going on in the market, and we've learned ever since COVID started, putting out a release wave. Yes, the shockwave scale. Yes, correct. Thank you, Al, for that. So it's the shockwave scale. It is floating. It's got the large LCD backlit screen. It is a non-puncture design, and it has got a anti-slip grip to it. So if you guys do happen to drop it, shouldn't off of slipping, but if you knock it off, blows off, it floats. So you can recover it very easily. So it is a great setup to take advantage of. So definitely check that out. That guy right there, to me, But you're in tough company. I mean, when you're there with the Mega Jaws Elite, we all know the Mega Jaws Elite with the automatic braking system is phenomenal. That cat was there. People were loving that, falling in love with that. You've also got both Kestrel reels. That is good company. You've got the V10 LS rod rack spooling station. You know that everybody loves. If you haven't got one, guys, pull the trigger on that thing. I'm telling you, let me car sales you on that all day. I don't need another rod rack, AJ, or I can spool my reels easily without that. Dude, spend $30. I'm telling you, spend $30. And then buy that thing, store 10 fully loaded combos in that sucker, and then just use it to spool your spinning reel and your bait casters and store different things just easily. I mean, to me, I saw it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I get it. I get that. But until I actually put it to work in my garage, I go, God, I've got to sell this to everybody. Not because I'm trying to make money, because I don't make any money from selling the products. I really don't. You know what I mean? But it is one of those things that buy it, thank me later. Buy it and seriously get in my inbox and thank me later. You guys will adore that. The V10 LS rod rack spooling station. It is, if I've got tons, every one of ours are rod racks, and I love them all. But the V10 LS holds a place in my heart, and for great reasons. Just for storage of spools of line, storage of rods, but the ability to perfectly spool up your rods and reels perfectly, the right time, every time. You can't get it wrong with that thing. And a lot of people don't realize you can get it wrong, especially on a spinning reel, and this will keep you from doing it. It's awesome. You got to get it. It's the bomb. But like I was saying, that scale had some stiff competition between the Kestrels, the Mega Jaws. You know, you had the KastKing Elites were there, and everybody was blowing up on that stuff. I mean, it had some tough, the Gila pliers business to compete with, and I think a scale like that just got looked past. But for me, Kestrel blew my mind. Love the KastKing Elites. I love the trigger finger or the palm perfect Gila pliers, and that scale are my takeaways that blew my mind. I love it. I love it. I mean, the Kestrel, you can't go wrong. I mean, geez, Louise. But so now, with that said, I've got to give a shout out to somebody real quick. Got to give a shout out to somebody real quick. She's watching tonight too. Melissa Justice, check this out. Guys, look at this. Look at this. Melissa Justice, and of course, Jesse, her husband, he's watching right now. Thank you guys very much. You guys are some super fans. I know that Nikki got one of these, but I don't care because mine's cooler. Sorry, Nikki. Mine's cooler. No, I don't know. Thank you very much. This is cool. It's not often I get a lot of like fan mail or different things like that or appreciation from some of the people that watch my shows. But Melissa and Jesse have definitely been some troopers the last couple years. Or last couple, you know, like I'd say definitely this year they've taken off. Milton, he was a hardcore fan for years, and now he's a KBA. Robert Green is up there with you guys. You know, Gary, you guys are awesome. But Melissa, shout out to you for the time you took to not only paint this on an actual canvas, signed on the back, framed, but to package this and send this to me. Thank you very much. It means a lot. I appreciate you. I will keep this forever. It's awesome. Does it look like me? There are videos where I've had a big beard before. So, I mean, if I just pull some of my stuff down, I'm sure I could do this. I'm sure I could replicate this. Thank you very much. Super cool. All right. Now, I'm going to save my mind-blowing. This is my mind-blowing rod that I have to show you guys. Okay. So I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to save that for wrapping up the show because it blew my mind. It's an industry. It's crazy. So the first thing I'm going to show you, we have 3 rods to show you guys tonight, okay? 3 rods. The first rod I'm going to bring in to show you guys is a true IM6, as is all 3 rods, okay? So all 3 rods are IM6 rods. Now, let's go ahead and jump over here. Boom, right here, guys, the new KastKing Zephyr. You guys have been asking for it. We've got one for you. I've got the original Zephyr on mine. Guys, don't be looking at what I'm using it for. Don't be looking. Nah, I'm just kidding. You guys know I love to drop shot as of the last couple of years. I've gotten really good at drop shot. It's part of my thing. If you guys want to put fish in the boat all the time, dang near guaranteed drop shot is a tool. Can you catch big fish with drop shot? You can. You absolutely can. You're going to frequent a lot of fish with drop shot, especially when you dial it in, and big fish are achievable. One of the last biggest fish I've seen was a 13-pounder. This was earlier last year, caught on drop shot, super light line. Crazy. It happens, guys. So people will tell you, oh, you can't catch big fish on drop shot. The heck you can, but you can definitely catch a ton of fish. So Anyways, back to the Zephyr. This is a new installment into the KastKing rod family. Now, let me go ahead and jump over here and bring up our SKUs. Now, real quick, so you guys can understand, you're going to be able to get this setup right here in a true IM6 rod blank, right? This is going to be a 30-ton, a IM6 multi-layer graphite blank with zirconium LS rings, okay? Stainless steel guides. You've got the zirconium oxide rings. This is the bomb right here, okay? Graphite reel seat, comfortable EVA grips, plus you have the Zephyr logo embossed, which is going to be really hard to show in this lighting. I'll see if I can get it without putting my rod into the ceiling fan. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, you can kind of see it right there, guys. Let's see. There is the Zephyr logo embossed in the fighting butt of the EVA, comfortable EVA handle, as well as the graphite reel seat. You've got the U-shaped hook holder, IM6 blank. It is a two-piece rod for great storage and easeability. Zirconium oxide, which is going to work great for braided lines. And I am running, you guessed it, guys, this right here is Cast Pro. And then I'm also using Covert 6-pound line fluorocarbon as a leader. And this, I've had a bunch of fun with this little guy right here. Now, this is going to be your first installment into a light setup or ultralight setup in the Zephyr family of rods, okay? We now have a Zephyr rod in that family. Will we see more? Will we see an elite version or a pro version? Very possible, very possible. So let's go over what we do have on the models, okay? Now, you can get this in a 4.6 ultralight, which is one of the ones that I'm showing. You can get it in a 5-foot moderate fast ultralight, 6-foot moderate fast ultralight, a 6-foot moderate fast ultralight again, with a little bit different setups, okay? Now, you then start to move in another 6-foot that gets you into a medium light, okay? Now, then you start moving into a fast action with light, a little heavier. Then you have a 6.6 fast medium light, and then, of course, another 6.6 medium fast, and then a 7-foot medium fast, okay? Now, they will all change in your different number of guides. The shorter, of course, going to be less guides all the way up from 4 guides, 4+1 on your short ones, leading all the way up to an 8+1 on your guide system, okay? All of them are going to be 2-piece rods, and all are going to be available in spinning options. Now, something else that I want you guys to also understand too is right here, 10% off, okay? There's a 10% off on this right now, and you're looking at $53.99 in the 7-foot. Now you click on your 4'6" in the ultralight. That's $41.39 with that 10% off. Now, don't forget right there, there's a 20% off box to click right there. You guys can get this rod for under $40 with these savings. I would jump on this right now. We all know the way we can get these waves of excitements, and all of a sudden they sell out fast. So definitely don't wait, guys. They can definitely go away. That is the new Zephyr Micro Ultralight Rod from KastKing. Check this out, guys. Guys, check it out. Get on this. That is a killer setup. The first installment of the Zephyr. Yeah, it's going to be good for trout. It's going to be good for panfish. Great for crappie. The Kestrel Elite, the Zephyr, as well as the Kestrel spinning, all are going to be great options to utilize when it comes to like crappie, panfish, trout, and bass as well, guys. Definitely. Caleb Greenwald, what's going on, man? Yes, heck of a price. That is true. Absolutely heck of a price. And that price may not last long, guys. So definitely get on it. Take advantage of that. Another one to take advantage of that we're going to jump right into right now is this guy right here. And I can tell you right now, you guys are, I've seen, my daughter saw this, was like mine. She easily claimed it, okay? Now, my light is bleeding out the color of this rod, okay? It's really robbing. I can see it in the screen. The light is bleaching it out, okay? Kind of like it's bleaching my forehead. Geez, you turn your light off. Your forehead's blinding us. It is a similar concept, okay? It is blinding the color of the rod. So let me go ahead and put some shade on it so you can see. That is your more color that you guys are going to recognize if you can see it right behind me. Absolutely beautiful. Another true IM6 2-piece rod. You've got this zirconium oxide rings or eyelets are going to work great for braid. It's going to also work great for your plastic lines. I'm running a 15-pound to 17, can't remember exactly. It's been a little while since no, it's 17-pound. My apologies. 17-pound fluorocarbon. I've been Texas rigging with this one and doing pretty well. Of course, right now in the summer in Arizona, this guy was doing really well for me a couple weeks ago. Now, I haven't fished in a couple weeks. I've been doing some other things. But that ribbon tail, long worm, Texas rig, deep water, that's been getting it done. You know, you also have the U-shaped hook holder again. You've got the graphite reel seat, EVA comfort grip, and then, of course, your fighting butt. Again, this is the Royale Charge, which obviously reel of choice in a spin reel division is going to be that Royale Charge reel to get them to match, guys. That is definitely something. Now, we now also have a lot of different options to choose from in this Royale Charge. So let's kind of look at our chart. Let's go ahead and get this larger so you guys can see this, okay? You have quite a bunch of different SKUs ranging from a 5'6" all the way to a 7'6", okay? You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different options to choose from in a spinning reel design or spinning rod design, okay? So you guys could get this, and surely on a budget, if you guys are looking for a great, super capable rod in an IM6 30-ton graphite Terray carbon, I mean, golly, guys, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with this. Those titanium oxide rings and guides on this are the bomb. Graphite reel seat, EVA comfort grip, great in wet or dry conditions, 16 different selections. But what really kicks us off is that color that everybody is after, for sure, but also the price, okay? So let's look. In a 5'6" model, this guy is coming in at $35. Sell price, 10% off, $35. $35 is your introductory price. And I haven't even clicked that 20% off coupon box. Now you come all the way down to the most expensive version of this guy right here. Bam, $49.95. But you still get another 20% off. Guys, you can load up all day long on the Royale Charge and get a quality rod, a low investment rod with a killer return when it comes to sacking fish, guys. I'm telling you, it is a killer setup. Do they come in one piece? These are all two-piece selections for great ease of comfort from shipping. A lot less likely that you're going to get a damaged rod when it comes to shipping. You're also going to be able to store those rods a lot easier. Now, I will say there's quite a few times I've gone camping, gone on off-road tripping, gone outdoors. These are going to be the rods that I am going to start to really prefer when I go into my off-road trips, not on my boat, when I'm going to take my kayak out, when I'm going to be hauling it in the back of a pickup with a bunch of other rods and other things like that. I'm going camping. The longer the rod, the one piece, the greater your odds are for damaging those rods. A two-piece rod selection means you can break them down, put them in smaller areas, and stow them safer. And with that reinforced new engineered design that KastKing is legendary for, it will act like your favorite one piece. I'm telling you guys, it is the way to go, especially if you're an avid outdoorsman or woman. It's going to be awesome. So check that out. It is the way to go. What is this? AJ is going to have me replacing. Oh, well, I got to post this right here. Yakking for Life says AJ is going to have me replacing all my rods and reels this year. Hey, man, at prices like these, how can you not? It's always nice to freshen up and get some of that new technology that is now. Years ago, an IM6 rod was so superior in your cost. Just the price was out of there. You guys got to check these out. Now that they've come down, the engineering is getting better. It's more, we've got a better grip on our market and our in-house manufacturing that we can offer these savings to you guys. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's a no-brainer, guys. You got to check it out. All right. So that is the KastKing Royale Charge, available right now on Amazon.com. 10% off sale price. The most expensive rod's $49.95. You can get the introductory one at $35. Click that 20% off savings, whether it's the Zephyr rod or the Royale Charge, and get hooked up. Now, let me show you guys something that this is my mind-blowing closing rod and reel system or rod setup, okay? Now, John Shimbersky, that it is true, is very true. There are times years ago when me and Matt Rhodes were testing the Royale Legend, now the Royale Select rod, and we were first testing out some of those rods when that new spigot design was first coming out on that spigot joint. And there were so many times where we were talking about doing some filming and we're like, what rod is that? Is that the one piece or the two piece? And we found ourselves asking that question time after time after time to each other. And we're like, I don't know. I gotta look. Oh, this is the two piece? It blew our minds. We were sold from that point on. And that was 6 years ago or more. So, I mean, that just goes to show that this technology, it's changing daily. It happens all the time. Now, if we could only keep manufacturing, material, and shipping on that kind of change, then you can't beat it. It's the way to go. All right. So, Gary, we're not trying to dip into your retirement money, brother. I'm sorry. But hey, I tell you what, you can at least get happiness when it comes to fishing. And that's bliss when it comes to retirement, is being happy. All right. Now, Caleb, shout out to you, brother. Don't get up too early. 3 a.m. comes way fast. Love you, man. Love your face. Stay out there. Keep setting them hooks, ripping lips. We'll see you on the flip side, brother. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right. Now, let me tell you guys about this rod, and then I'll show you what blew my mind about these series of rods. This is the KastKing Valiant Eagle rods, okay? These are the Valiant Eagle series of rods. Now, as you're going to see, there's quite a few different selections. You have about 7 different selections, from a 5.6 all the way up to a 6.6-foot rod and an 8.6-foot rod, okay? 5+1 guide system and 10+1 guide system, okay? These are awesome. Now, you can get these in spinning, you can get these in bait casting, and you can get these in fly rods. Now, hold on. There's more, and this is what's going to flip your lid. You can get 4-piece or 6-piece travel rods, and they come in these little nifty, as you can see in the fly case. Look at this. This guy right here, I took all 4 of these with me to ICAST in one suitcase. All 4 of these rods that I have here all fit in one suitcase, and they were shown off to the industry, and the world loved it. You guys can get these now for yourself, and they stow away great. These survived TSA, and I got a random TSA inspection, and they, of course, destroyed my bags, but they didn't destroy these little cool cases. So they will stow away, be protected very well, will not get broken. You're going to get the action from that true IM6 blank. You're going to get those titanium oxide LTS ring guides. You've got the beautiful cork handles, and it is awesome. Like I said, it's available in bait casting, spinning, and fly rods, okay? Now, you can get them in ultralight, and you can get them in medium to heavier powers. Now, here is the one that flipped my lid, ladies and gentlemen, flipped my lid. Check this out, okay? You're seeing this setup. That's a fly rod, okay? You see that? That's a fly rod, guys. Let me get out of here real quick, and we'll come back to this so you guys can see what I'm doing a little better. This is a fly rod. Is it not? Well, it's not. It is, but it isn't. Look at this. You can unscrew this end, take that off. Now, switch this guy. Unscrew this end. Okay? Now, you're watching, guys? Check this out. Flip it over. Okay? It just went from a fly rod to a spinning application, you guys. I'm not kidding you guys. I've never seen anything like this before. Maybe this has been done before. Maybe you guys know this. To me, this blew my mind. I was like, holy cow, that is killer. Look at spinning rod. But you can swap the handle around and make it a fly rod. This is a twofer right here, guys, a 2-for-1. That blew my mind. IM6 blanks, guys, 4-piece to 6-piece. Stows away easily. Put it in the trunk, behind the seat of your pickup, under the seat of your pickup, in a motorcycle, backpack, suitcases. You can take this sucker anywhere you want to go. You want to do the winds are picking up and you're having issues, spinning reel. Then you can flip it around and go do some of the best fly fishing you've ever done in your life, all in one application. Buy all 4 if you want. Get them in bait casters, spinning reels, as well as fly rods. Let's bring this back. I got to show you guys to the stream. I got to bring this video in. Look at this. Oh, started over. My apologies. I was watching it earlier because it blew my mind. Start that over. Here we go. There's that IM6, 30-ton graphite. There's the oxide. You've got the graphite reel seats, rubberized cork handles, reversible fly spin handle. What? That's to me now. This is that there's a coin phrase that we can't stand in the industry, and that's game changer. But we all find ourselves using it all the time. That to me is a real game changer. I can stand behind that phrase right there, guys. That's World's Okayest Fisherman says that is pretty incredible. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. Melissa Justice, who already is one of our favorite fans right there. Crazy awesome. I agree. Yakking for Life. I've already posted some of your comments, but this is gold right here. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's a first to me. That's a first. And it blows my mind. Now, let's go into some of our pricing, okay? Let's go into this, okay? You've got 53, 53, 58, 53, 58. Gotta love being live, guys. My dog ran through and knocked some of my fishing rods down. At least she didn't get hurt. All right, so guys, starting at $53, top price is $58.49. That's 10% off, but make sure you guys click that 20% off coupon and apply that discount to your sale and get hooked up, guys. KastKing has you covered from the Kestrel Elite bait caster to the spinning reel to the new Shockwave large scale LCD screen fishing scale that floats, to the new Gila pliers that are coming out. Those will be out soon, hopefully sooner than later, to the Mega Jaws Elite bait casters, to the KastKing Elite guys, to the new Valiant Eagle Passage travel rods that comes in 4-piece to 6 pieces, to the Royale Legend Charge, to the Zephyr spinning reels, bait casters, and now rods in that family, guys. KastKing's got you dialed in. They got you hooked up. We've just come out with a whole bunch of new fishing nets. We're never going to stop. We're never going to sit on our hands, and they are phenomenal. Tracy Hatchet, no, they're not broke. They are in great shape. They look fine. They're good to go. So we're good. They didn't have far to fall, but thank you for your concern. So guys, definitely check that out. Now, guys, make sure you're following us. We are past that 30-minute mark. Make sure you're following us on all our social media platforms. Once you're done, jump into Amazon or KastKing.com and picking up your choice of the Royale Legend Charge, the new Zephyr fishing rods, available in multiple different applications in your favorite spinning application in that light series of actions. And then, of course, those new travel rods, the Passage series travel rods on the Valiant Eagle side, 4-piece and 6-piece options available with that reversible spinning to fly fishing setup. That's mind-blowing. I'm still tripping out on that. I guarantee I'm going to have lots of conversations about this and go, dude, this is crazy. You got, dude, bro, check this out. Check this. You ever seen something like this? It's crazy. I'm excited. Blew my mind when I realized that was a situation there. So check that out, guys. Guys, speaking of checking things out, like I said, check us out on our social media platforms. If you're going to jump over to TikTok and see some of the crazy things that are posted over there on TikTok for fun and also information and giveaways, it's going to be KastKing USA on TikTok. Now, we also have that same handle on Instagram at KastKing USA, but we also have KastKing Community you guys are welcome to check out. Now, I do want to let everybody know there has been a whole lot of pirate accounts out there, okay, guys? Really take time. If you get KastKing in your inbox, take a moment before you open anything and check the spelling, check the ID, check the handle. Go back to what you know is the secured KastKing page and look at the spelling there. Look for double I's where they shouldn't be, or underscores or dots where they shouldn't, because there is a ton of KastKing pirated accounts out there, and we are working diligently to make them go away. But just as fast as we get one taken care of, 2 more of these scammers pop up. Apparently, there's a lot of people around the world that have more time ripping people off than there are KastKing doing our best to provide you guys a quality product at a great price and keeping our innovation affordable to you guys. And I apologize for any of those inconveniences. It's not us. We're not doing that. There are people stealing our names. I'm sure there's people watching this that have had their identity stolen, and people are doing that to us. And we are fighting to protect you as well as ourselves, and I apologize, guys. So do your best before you open anything. Check those handles. Make sure you're okay, guys. So with that said, KastKing USA on TikTok, KastKing USA on Instagram, KastKing Community on Instagram. If you're watching right here on Facebook or YouTube, you know it's just simply KastKing, and you're good to go, guys. Guys, my name is AJ Gore. Keep an eye out for giveaways. Nikki's going to be going live. I'm not sure if she's going to be going live because of some other things going on in her world this week, but she definitely will be back next week if she's not up this week. Guys, my name is AJ Gore. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, and we appreciate your time, and I will see you next Tuesday night when KastKing on Tuesdays goes live once again. Guys, thank you very much. Robert Green, Sean, thank you very much. Melissa, of course, thank you. Hunters, that's awesome. I appreciate you. Adam Robinson, shout out to you, brother. Gary, Jacob, Hunters Fishing. Guys, love you. Sean, have a great night. We'll see you next week. I'm outie. Have a good night.